This is my grandparents' house. Pretty nice, huh? It's even nicer than that. See, just beyond that crest, right here, it's an overlook of the whole entire valley. We recently demolished a farmhouse here. The reason why we demolished it was in bad condition, and that's putting it lightly. The roof was caved in. The roof itself was very thin, and there was the previous owner's fault. And the concrete was poorly built. But onto the point. The reason why I started recording this is recording an encounter I had. See, I used to be out there as a kid. Right in this general facility used to be a big old fire where the previous owner tried to burn things. And I would just go out here and just like crouch down, and I would grab there was this brick right here. And I would grab metal and other unorganic stuff and put it on there to pick up and retrieve later. And while I was doing this, I wasn't aware of my surroundings until the surrounding came to me. That's right, something came to me. And I didn't even notice it until I turned, and there was this big old deer just standing mere inches away from me. Like, I have bad eyesight, meaning I'm short-sighted. But the deer was so close to me that I could actually see the fur, the individual furs. It was surreal. The only word I spoke to it is like, hi. Because I was confused because a wild animal never walked up to me. And I didn't even notice it was there until it made its presence known to me by walking very close to me. I'm still kind of enchanted by that deer to this very day. It was so surreal. And that was, I think, 3 years ago. I still remember that deer. It was big. It was like it was 2 times the size of me. And it was so surreal. Because here I am, just casually cleaning up the environment. Oh, that's some gloves. Cleaning up the environment just because I'm bored. And a deer walks up to me. Something you do not see every day. And I'm pretty sure my grandparents watch these deer. Although they do have to chase them around sometimes because they'll nibble on my grandparents' grass. No, not grass, plants. Plants they kept care of. And they would feed hummingbirds, those plants. And even have like little bird feeders right up on the deck. And they would fill it with sugar water. And let me tell you something. These hummingbirds are really fast. And I actually held one. Not just one, actually multiple at once. These hummingbirds can be quite trusting if you're slow enough. Because I do have a history of being very slow. Not mentally as well, but slow as a movement. Like, there's this one time I was in a store and I was reading off t-shirts in my head, of course, not moving a muscle, just looking and reading, until I moved and a lady screamed because she thought I was a mannequin. That's how slow I am. So if you are slow enough and stay motionless enough for the hummingbirds not to notice you while you're holding on to the little branch like things, the things that hold on to like, I'm getting ahead of myself. So they have these little red handles for them. And they would go there and fly and land on those handles and start feeding on the sugar water inside of a type of container that has like flower petals to look like a flower, red flower. And if you're patient enough and motionless enough, you can put your finger over the handle, and then the hummingbird would land on your finger rather than on the handle and start drinking. And let me tell you, when holding one of them, it's so weird because it feels like your fingers is asleep. That's how light the tingles are when they land on your fingers. Yeah. This is my favorite place, and this is my favorite type of place to be in. Because not a lot of people bother us out here. Not a lot of human contact is made out here. Except for the people up the hill and, well, the wildlife here. I never actually seen a deer. Oh, not a deer, but a bear. Never actually seen a bear, but my grandpa has warned me about a bear and even told me a story about a bear encounter he had. Like, he has this workshop, that big old barn right there. That's his workshop where he would work on wood, carving them out for clients. And he was walking around there because I think my grandma saw the bear and my grandpa didn't notice it. Of course he did survive it. But he didn't notice it until he walked back. He was walking back, and there was this big old black bear. And he slowly backed away, not breaking eye contact. It backed away all the way to his house. That's the story he told. My grandpa is, of course, alive and well to this day. So is my grandmother. Yeah. But it's so surreal out here. I even seen a albino deer out here. Like, we have this walkway. It's a big old hike to the fossil area, which is on that mountain part. And we would walk and hike up there using clippers to clip out the blackberry bushes. Rarely ever machete, because, well, it's not really that necessary. But we'll walk up there and go through a bunch of high grass to go fossil hunting. Now, fossil hunting entails uses hammers and screwdrivers. Screwdriver is for basically like a makeshift chisel, whatever it's called. And a hammer is used to, well, hammer the chisel, the screwdrivers. And we will lightly do this, tapping the rock. Sometimes you can even break them with your bare hands because they're sandstone type of bricks, sandstone type of stone. And basically, fossil hunting, most of it came out quite dry. And by dry, I mean like, not like finding no fossils, but like finding clams, clam fossils. Rarely ever sea spines, and some unidentified reed of a plant. But one time I did found a cow shark tooth. That was a big old find. Thank you for watching.